Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, just leaving the RV park here in Llano, Texas. Headed out for a little Sunday morning drive. How will I do this when I get my Class C? Same way. Same way. Either I'll be driving the Class C or I'll be driving this pickup. Don't matter to me. Got me some dark chocolate almonds or dark chocolate and almonds and some green tea, and we're ready to go. Anyway, I want to mention again that tomorrow at Rogers RV Sales in Burnet, Texas, they're supposed to get a 2007 Casita on consignment. So those of you that are looking for a Casita, an older model maybe for the fix up or something, 2007 is coming into Rogers RV Sales in Burnet, Texas. You can find their phone number by doing a Google search. We're just taking a drive, but I did go by Rogers RV Sales and talk to the owner the other day, and yeah, he's got a lot of deals done. They just don't have the RVs on the parking lot because there's a long wait time on everything he sells. So what does that tell me about my Class C? It tells me, well, they told me it'd be November, and what they do when they give you a lead time like that, they usually exaggerate it. In other words, if they expect it in October, they'll say November to give themselves some lead time in case they have an issue along the way. But yeah, yesterday afternoon I was watching some YouTube videos about Class C RVs, and I saw one that was pretty much the same size as mine. It wasn't the same name, it was something else, but it was good looking little RV, and the guy did a driving test, which I thought was great because that's something I wanted to see. And one of the things I learned was that the cap on the cab, where they have the bed above the cab, there's a cap that it extends out over the windshield of the pickup or the cab thing. So whenever you come up to red lights, you kind of got to be aware that that's sticking out there. You got to be back from the red light far enough to see it. And he also pointed out some other things. Says, if you've been driving a pickup or whatever, he said, you probably won't even notice any change. It's a little wider. It's 11 feet tall, including the air conditioner. But he said he parked in a parking lot at a store, and yeah, pretty much like parking a car. It's wider. That's the key. You got to take up two spots. Really, you could get into one, but you're going to have a lot of unhappy people next to you. This is on the road. This is County Road 152 on the way to Castell, Texas, a little town that has a lot of stuff going on. But I'm going to turn left up here. Hell, the phone fell out. I'm using my Pixel 4, and for some reason it doesn't fit in the holder. I got it upside down, no wonder. Let me pull over up here somewhere and I'll get this situated. I don't know what happened there. Guys, I tell you, technology could drive a man drinking, couldn't it? But I'll hold this till I get somewhere where I can stick it back in the holder. Well, the deal is, the way it fits in the holder, the clamps clamp down on the what do you call it? The sound lever on the side of the Pixel 4. And I didn't want to do that, so I kind of stuck it out a little further, and that didn't work apparently. So as soon as I find a spot to pull over here, we'll do that. But yeah, this is the Pixel 4a actually. It's a little smaller than the Pixel 3a XL, but it's the same price. And it's got a few upgrades. Of course, it's got the, I could have pulled right there if I'd have been alert, which I wasn't. But it's got a few extra items, and the reason I got an extra phone is that this is my, quote, livelihood. This is my spending money, the YouTube channel. And so I just wanted to have something in case the Pixel 3a or this one chooses not to work. This one has 128 gigabytes of storage. But anyway, enough said about the smartphone. I'll get it in there. I'm holding it up. You can see, and you can see this. You can see where it ought to be. And actually, there wouldn't be a pull off for the next 700 miles. But back to the Class C, guys. Yeah, I learned a lot about it. You know, he went over some things that were interesting, and it's going to be a new way of RVing for me, and I'm looking forward to it. One of these days. This is September the 27th, I think. So we've got probably 6 weeks, I'm guessing. I'm hoping that we get it the first week or two of November. I would like to have it then. Why? I don't know. I'm in no hurry. Well, I guess I am. Well, only in a hurry in the sense that I'm anxious to get this show on the road. Is this a little pull off here? It's gonna be. Well, no, it ain't either. It ain't gonna be either. Well, fortunately, there's absolutely no traffic on this road, so we'll go on down here. Fortunately, that's one of the things I like about living in these rural areas like that. That's whoa, I can pull over right here. I got it. Okay, now let's see if we can get this thing in the holder and it'll stay. That's got to be here we go, guys. I'll probably cut the video off, but here we go. I don't know why it's not holding. You understand? It's clamping down on it. My Audi holder's giving up on me, you think? I don't know. It could be. Well, it's good timing because I'm fixing to get another one anyway for the Class C. But we'll leave it right there and see that because it seems like it's in there pretty good. Again, fortunately, no traffic, and here we go. Just out on a Sunday drive, got me a county map, and they're good to have for you guys that travel around. A county map is pretty handy. So, yeah, because you can find little roads and see, you can go the back way to different places rather than staying on the main highways. And do I do that? Yeah, I do it quite a bit, actually. I have taken some shortcuts without a map. That's not too smart. Nope. Because just when you think that road that goes to the left goes over to where you think it does, it doesn't. It'll make a few turns and come right back to the road you were on. Sunday morning coming down. Johnny Cash, I think, did one on that, and Chris Christopherson. I was looking for County Road 106, but I'm not sure. I could have misread it. My vision not perfect, but it ain't bad. I got the map right here, but reading the map and driving at the same time is not your wisest decision. But the next county road to the left, I'm going to take. Anyway, I've got some dark chocolate here, guys. Will y'all excuse me for a minute while I take a bite of a chunk of it? Yeah, dark chocolate is supposed to be, well, not in excess, but just a few little bites. Good for you. What do we got here? Now we got something rattling. Well, that's another thing. He talked about rattles in the Class C. He said, you'll figure them out, and I will. Well, I don't have many dishes. I don't even have a regular plate. I've just got a little saucer and some of those little styrofoam things. And then I got one fork, one knife, one spoon. Whenever you see cattle like that laying down, if you're a deer hunter, that's pretty much what the deer are doing too. If the cattle are moving around, then the deer are probably moving around. Now, Llano County, Texas is the deer capital of Texas. And deer season starts the first Saturday in November. Coincidentally, that is the rut or mating season for the white-tailed deer, and they are moving. I hate to see a man or a woman get shot while they're trying to enjoy their romance, so to speak. Sunday morning coming down. Can you think of a better way to enjoy a Sunday morning? I can't. A nice little drive, and I'll do it in the Class C. I promise you I will. Why? Even at 8 or 10 miles a gallon, I don't go that far. If you went 40 miles would be 5 gallons at 8, be $10. Is it worth $10 to me to spend the morning? Sure. It's like going to a movie, a real movie. Yeah, I love this. I used to do this when I was a kid on a bicycle. When I finally got one, I was about 20 when I got my first bike. No, I think I was about, I don't know, guys. I'm just rambling here. Let me think. I think I was probably, I'm going to say 9 years old when I got my first bicycle. And back then, at the Western Auto in Kennedy, Texas, they only had one size, and that was the 26-inch. It was a big one. And I remember leaning it against a mesquite tree that had a low limb, and I would climb up in that tree and get on the bike like I'm getting on a horse, so to speak, and then I would push off from the tree as hard as I could and then pedal like crazy to try to keep it standing up. And that's how I learned. Now, nobody helped me. There was nobody like Mother and Daddy there. Oh, go, Tommy, go. Nope. Daddy said, he said, well, I got you a bicycle, ride it. And then he went back to the house. Yo, get it, boy. And that's kind of the way I grew up. I mean, if there was something to do, hell, I can remember one time, I'll tell you a good story. At the Co-op Gym, this is 108. Actually, the road I'm looking for is 106. Let's go on down a little bit. Because 108 is a gravel road, and 106, I think, is a paved road. But anyway, my dad, in the early 1960s, managed a Co-op Gym. And every now and then, there was also about 3 miles away what was called the flax plant. But they had huge bins for storing grains and stuff. So sometimes at the co-op, the bins would be getting full, and we'd have to move some grain from the co-op to the flax plant, which was 3 miles away. And the only thing they had to move it in was an old truck. It looked like a dump truck, but it didn't dump. The way they dumped it was you drove this truck up on this platform, and the platform lifted the front of the truck up and dumped the stuff out the back. That's how that worked. Well, anyway, one day Daddy told me to come by the gym. I was about a junior in high school. I could drive a car, but he said come by the gym after school because he had something for me to do the next several days, because I had to haul some of that grain over to the flax plant, about 50 or 60 loads, and you could do one load an hour. Well, I'd never driven a truck. I didn't know anything about a truck. And he didn't get in and say, okay, now you got to do this. It took me 20 minutes to figure out how to release the brakes. Okay, there's a button. And so anyway, I finally figured that out because I couldn't get it to go. And so I figured, there must be a brake somewhere. So I started pulling and pushing, and finally I got the brakes, because it had air brakes, of course. Anyway, I pulled over, and we had this big old, I don't know what you'd call it, auger, and they loaded it up, my truck, and away I went like a little ant carrying a leaf, a heavy leaf. And in Kennedy, when you left the Co-op Gym, you had to go over some railroad tracks, and it was a pretty good little mound there of dirt. Well, first few loads, there's a big old hawk right there. That's what you call a red-tailed hawk. You're not going to see many of those. But anyway, to get over that mound, if you got a running start at it, it was no problem. But if a train came and you got caught, then you had to wait. Then to get started, that old truck would want to roll back on you. You know what I mean? It didn't have those hill brakes like cars have. When you let off on a hill, it kind of doesn't go anywhere. But the truck didn't. You had to have it in grandma. It was 4 speeds. I remember that. And one of them, the lowest speed we called grandma. And I mean, it was grandma. It wouldn't even hardly, the truck with wheels wouldn't even hardly turn. But So when I pulled up there one day, and I thought I could beat the damn train, but I didn't. It wasn't a tie either. I lost. But anyway, so I was sitting there waiting, and I put it in grandma, and I had my foot. I was mashing that brake just hard as I could, and I was sitting on 2 pillows anyway, because I could just barely see out the windshield. I was a short little old kid. And so anyway, the train went by, and naturally, there was a couple of cars behind me, and I didn't want to roll back because I'd just mash them. And so anyway, I gunned it, and I like to burn the clutch up, but I got it going, and we made it across the railroad tracks. And so for several days after school, and on Saturdays and Sundays, I'd go down to the gin, and all day long I'd haul like a little ant, a load, and it was an hour load. I'd fill up, weigh, go over to the flax plant, weigh again at the flax plant, dump the load, and then come back to the scales at the flax plant. They'd weigh again, give me a ticket, come back to the gin, weigh again, they give me a ticket, give both those tickets to my dad, and because he'd compare them, be sure the loads were what they were supposed to be. But anyway, I thought that job would never end, man. Jeez. Yeah, I'd go till dark. Well, the reason we went till dark, the old truck didn't have no headlights. It didn't have no tail lights either. No stoplights, no nothing. It was just a worker thing around the gin. And I haven't seen Highway 106 yet. So when we get to El Paso, I'll turn around and head back. But anyway, guys, from I don't know where the heck it is. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. So that was the driving the truck story, along with some Class C information, and what else I don't know. I don't see Highway 106. So, but Sunday morning coming down, guys. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday, and I enjoy this video 10,000 times more than I enjoy a live stream. I got to tell you that. I mean, my blood pressure goes down doing these. But on the stress stream, or whatever you want to call it, you can call it live stream. I call it stress stream. No, we don't do those. Rusty does what he does. Well, anyway, I guess Road 106 is not in the United States. But anyway, guys, off to the right down there, about 150 yards, is the Llano River. Sure enough, we're going right parallel to it. And when they had the flood, a lot of these places out here got to drink the Llano River water from their bedroom. But anyway, guys, enjoy your day. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you a penny. Amazon takes care of me. And what else? Drink plenty of water. I already said that. Did I say that? Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind. Accentuate the positive, at ease, carry on. Really focus a little more on your health. It ain't going to hurt you. So anyway, guys, enjoy your Sunday, and we'll talk again soon. Here it is. Here's we'll turn on Road 106 so you get to see it. It's a big deal. It's a big treat. Looks like you're going to somebody's house, but you're not. But I wanted to take this little loop. Why? I don't have a clue, because I ain't been out here before. So it's just a county road. We'll go a minute or two if you want to. Well, yeah, we'll go a minute or two. We ain't got nothing to do. Let's go. So for those of you that stayed, only about 40% of the people watched the video to this point anyway, or less. That dark chocolate that Jim gave me with the blueberries is delicious. It could be habit forming. So here we are, guys, on the county road 106, going south, I guess. Now, when the rising sun is over your left side, straight ahead is south. It better be. The hardest time to determine direction by the sun is right around between 11 and 1, because you don't get enough of a shadow to really kind of do it. Indians figured out a way to do it, but I didn't. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic out here. You know, I think about all you guys that live in these big cities and stuff, and you know, that's just the way it ended up, isn't it? But for me, out here, I mean, there's no cars, man. There's no horns honking, no sirens, no pollution from cars and stuff. You know, there's no congestion because humans, I don't think, are made for that. Now, maybe we are. You know, they say we're a social animal, but my God, social, you know, millions of people packed together. I don't know. So, having said all of that great stuff in this video using my Pixel 3a that fell off the mount right at the beginning, this is Rusty78609 wishing you a great Sunday morning and enjoy your day. I'm going to enjoy my green tea and drive. I'm driving 25 miles an hour. And there ain't no hurry, bud. There ain't no hurry at all. It's pretty out here to me. This old brush country, mesquite brush and stuff. But what I really like about it, ain't nobody here, man. You know, I'm not antisocial or a hermit or anything. It's just that when I'm out here for a drive, I want to enjoy it. I don't want somebody on my bumper or, you know, dodging traffic. Anyway, guys, enjoy your Sunday. Adios. Bye-bye.